If you've been shopping for health insurance in 2026, you may have noticed that more people are starting to question whether ACA plans are still the best fit for them. Now, to be clear, ACA plans are not bad for everyone. For some people, they are absolutely the right option. But for others, especially those who don't qualify for strong subsidies or feel like they're paying a lot without getting much back, they're starting to look elsewhere. In this video, I want to break down why some people are leaving ACA plans in 2026, what frustrations they're having, and what they may be switching to instead. Welcome to Modern Wealth, where we talk about smarter strategies for insurance, retirement, and financial security in today's world. Let's start with why ACA plans became so popular in the first place. They gave people access to guaranteed coverage, including coverage for pre-existing conditions, and for many households they offered subsidies that made monthly premiums more affordable. For the right person, that can still be a very solid option. But where people start getting frustrated is when the real-world experience doesn't match what they expected. The biggest complaint is usually cost. A lot of people are paying a monthly premium that already feels high, and then when they actually need care, they're hit with a deductible or out-of-pocket costs that still feel overwhelming. From their perspective, it feels like they're paying a lot just to still be exposed. The next issue is doctor networks. Many people don't think much about networks until they actually try to use the plan. Then they realize their preferred doctor isn't in network, the specialist they want is out of network, or the hospital they assumed they could use isn't covered the way they expected. Another major reason people are looking around is that some fall into an awkward middle ground financially. They make too much to get meaningful subsidies, but not so much that they feel comfortable paying high premiums for coverage they aren't happy with. This is especially common with self-employed individuals, small business owners, and healthier families. That's usually when private options start entering the conversation. Now, when people leave ACA plans, they are not all switching to the same thing. One common route is medically underwritten private coverage. These plans are usually a better fit for people who are relatively healthy and can qualify. In some situations, they may offer lower monthly costs, broader networks, or benefits that feel more aligned with what the person actually wants. Some people also look at short-term or alternative coverage options, depending on what is available and what their needs are. But that's where it becomes very important to understand exactly what is and is not covered. And that's really the key point here. People are not always leaving ACA because they think it's bad. They're leaving because once they compare all their real options side by side, they sometimes find something that fits their situation better. That does not mean private coverage is better for everyone. If you have major pre-existing conditions, qualify for strong ACA subsidies, or need the protections built into ACA-compliant plans, ACA may still be the best route for you. But if you're healthy, paying full price, and unhappy with your plan, you may at least want to compare what else is out there. So, who should probably take a second look? Usually self-employed people who don't qualify for enough subsidy to make ACA attractive, healthy individuals or families who feel like they're overpaying, and people who are frustrated with networks or out-of-pocket costs. At the end of the day, this is really about fit. ACA plans still make a lot of sense for many people. But for others in 2026, they're starting to realize that paying more does not always mean getting a better plan for their needs. That's why more people are comparing private options and alternative coverage strategies before making a decision. If you want help figuring out what may make the most sense for your situation, I put a link below where you can get a personalized breakdown. If this video helped, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.